It's Valentine. People, don't let me forget that it's Valentine's Day this weekend. Okay, what's going on here? Something's going on here. How's it going? You don't mind if I record this? And may I ask what's going on? This is on the street haircuts.
Yeah, I came from Medicine Hat, Alberta to help out because every good trench needs a good barber. And so this is a great trench to support. So and this will have my contribution to truckers. So
You said you came from where?
Medicine Hat.
Medicine Hat, Yukon, Alberta. Medicine Hat, Alberta.
1,000 kilometers away.
Okay. How long you came with the convoy?
I came for the convoy.
Oh yeah. All right. And are you a barber by trade?
Oh yeah. I own Isaac's Barbershop, Medicine Hat.
Okay, hold on. Give it a shout out here.
Isaac's Barbershop, Medicine Hat. I'm trying to freedom cuts. Let's start it out.
All right. Well, so here's the joke. I'm growing the Freedom Fro, so keep those scissors away from me. I hear someone, sir. How are you doing? You capture anything good on the GoPro? I just changed the angle.
Yeah, lots of stuff. Just keep running the batteries. The batteries don't like the cold weather.
Yeah, that's it. No, and which one is that?
8.
Okay, so the batteries are.
No, you appreciate what you're doing?
Sorry? Oh, you
Appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you. Have you seen anything bad? You seen anything go down with the police?
Did I see anything go down with the police? No. I've seen on obviously video, but I haven't seen anything personally. I've been going around telling jokes to the police.
No, I know they've been.
very well.
They seem very. My impression is they seem sympathetic. So that's why I don't want to record their faces because if any of them get in trouble for being too sympathetic, nice to see. Did we see each other a few days ago, right? Then I might have gone.
My name's Lori.
Lori?
My wife is somewhere around here, and she would regret not meeting you.
All right, well, I'm going to do this.
Why do you get over me?
Well, you can say hi to her for.
Hi, Ann. You should have been here. Oh, he's right behind me.
Oh, wait.
Yes. There she is.
All right, how you doing?
I'm good. I'll take a hug.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we were watching about 2 hours in the other day.
Saturday, for anyone who didn't see, was my favorite of the 5 days now. Specifically, the counter-protest discussion, which I thought was interesting.
No kidding. So unwilling to talk.
It's unwilling to talk, and then there were people unwilling to let them speak, even the ones who wanted to talk.
Yeah.
It's like, who shows up to a protest to not talk? That doesn't.
Because the beliefs aren't based in logic. They're
They
just emotions.
they were off on certain facts, like objective facts, and then some say, okay, I'm pro-mandate. All right. That's a problem because
Yeah.
when you say you're pro-mandate, you're saying not only what you want to do with your body, you're saying what you want to do with my body. That's where it's a problem.
I was thinking maybe the masks were their own personal safe space, but
Oh, and then they were all wearing
that,
masks. That was another thing. Except that one guy who, had a talk with me.
We were in Costa Rica and Tanzania, no mask, no social distancing, no vaccines when we first got there, no COVID.
I was just in Florida for basically 2 nights. They're doing it the way you should. If you want to wear it, wear a mask. I saw a guy wearing a mask and rubber gloves. Good for him. Just as long as he doesn't expect me to do that. So,
And 2 weeks after the BLM protests, I thought if this disease is for real, there's gonna be a lot of dead bodies.
when
It didn't happen.
when we had the protest in Montreal over the summer, and they said super spreader event, 2 weeks later, doctors were saying the wind might have been blowing in the other direction. I swear to you, they said it. Nice to meet you.
By the way, give a shout out to Tim Hortons because they remained open. They've given us food, drink, and washrooms. And Starbucks have been closed, and the ones that are open are difficult.
Well, the people in the chat are going to have a problem with Tim Hortons because they've been implementing some policies which people have issues with. But
As of today?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't even know.
As of yesterday, the 3 around here.
No.
Just great.
Okay, no vaccine passport to sit down. Okay, good.
And they've got like a door. You come in this door for the lineup for the bathroom. There's like 100 people lined up for the bathroom.
That's fantastic.
Totally fine.
Oh, and you know what? Now that you say it, now I have to go to the bathroom. Have a good day.
Hello, sir.
How you doing? You don't mind being on camera?
I do not mind being
All right.
on camera.
Who are you? Where are you from?
I'm Doug. I'm from Ottawa, and I actually drove in from the south end of the city. I finished up my work quick. I got down here in under a half an hour, stopping at Tim Hortons, by the way.
So you
And,
got
and I'm here on the hill from the south end of the city, coming all the way in from there in under half an hour.
I was gonna
this
say-
has not disrupted the city whatsoever.
And now I've never met this gentleman before, so this is not bias or leading questions.
No,
I noticed the same thing. I think I had I parked on 2 blocks from here,
I'm just in the other side of City Hall.
so and no traffic coming
No
in.
traffic at all because everyone in this city is at home.
The people have been working from home for a while.
2 years now. Oh, yes. I mean, my office, again, is south of the city, but I live close enough, and this has not been disruptive. I've been down to the hill on both Saturdays. At the peak, right after I work Saturday mornings, I sit down. On the Saturday, I work, come into town, walk to the hill, and it was no problem whatsoever. So, I mean, there's a little bit of
Exaggeration.
exaggeration, misinformation.
I have no doubt that the honking for the first few days disrupted.
Undeniably. But
State
I know
of
people-
emergency. State of emergency.
I can't even, I don't know what to say to that nonsense. I cannot even express how silly and foolish that is. It makes no sense whatsoever. Well, okay.
It makes sense to those who
makes sense
declare
to
it.
those, exactly. But there is not one thing being done by these truckers that would be considered illegal. You're the lawyer, but I mean, it is.
Yeah, I think
I
look,
don't know.
it wouldn't be illegal, but illegal parking would be a bylaw issue, not a criminal
bylaw,
issue.
But Ottawa has a history of lining people up on streets for protests and such. So I think I don't think anything on Wellington here. Not one thing has been
Other than the horns, which might be disruptive, and
Yeah.
if you're honking after,
which they stopped over a week ago. They've been 8 till 8.
yeah, that's
you
that's
know.
what I've heard. I've heard that.
You know, and the only streets that have been blocked strictly because the police have put blockades. The truckers always leave a lane, you know, and so there's no risk in terms of emergency vehicles getting down. They've been backing them up since that first weekend. They've been backing them up, blocking streets a little further away. But now, geez, like I said, I got down here from the south end of the city, so pretty much anyone in Ottawa can get onto Parliament in under half an hour,
And
with a stop at the coffee shop.
And as well they should, because everybody needs to see it. Love it or hate it.
100%.
Think you love it or think you hate it. You need to see it, and then come to a conclusion.
Largest human rights movement that Canada's engaged in this millennium, maybe in a longer time, and it really is about our charter rights and freedoms. It's simple as. I believe you don't. I think you don't support the stated goals of the convoy. Not some of the what people say, but the actual goals of the convoy. And I guess the parallel lawsuit with Brian Peckford. You don't support human rights. End of.
Well, there are literally some people who support the mandates. I mean, who say the government should be able to control every aspect
I
of your
don't want
life.
to get you blocked off. Anything I say is entirely my opinion. All right.
Without getting into science, don't do science.
No. Well, I mean, there has been no sufficient level scientific consensus met to engage in these mandates since May
Well,
of 2020.
typically we knew what was required for FDA approval.
Oh
back
no,
before.
I'm talking about just the generalized, the entire generalized response has been ludicrous.
Yeah, and the lockdowns now. This is the stuff you can't talk about.
Exactly.
Confirmed. The lockdowns did nothing to mitigate the spread.
100%. It really.
What do you
and
do if I may ask for a living?
I'm gonna, because I work in someone else's office as an
Okay.
independent contractor. I'm gonna keep that
Okay,
to
no,
myself.
so-
Anyone who sees me on this knows exactly what I do, and I work with people a lot.
Well, you're gonna
But,
get now. They're gonna say in the chat, you're a glowy FBI.
Chloe FBI, that's me.
I'm joking,
exactly.
people.
No, but I came down to see you. I've been down 4 or 5 times, but I came down to see you specifically
Fantastic.
on my lunch.
When you
I've
give me a
got to
hug.
get going. Oh, 100%.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
I
much.
keep it up. And there's some other great guys here. You Ottawa
I
Scotty.
ran into Ottawa Walks,
Ottawas as
and,
well, and a few others.
Yep.
They're fantastic. And
That's
they've got to keep it going. And all the rumors in these chats, like, oh, they're going to come in and arrest people. I'm going, for what? Like, you can't.
And so far,
For what?
we asked the cops. We've heard people say that others got arrested for bringing in jerry cans of gas.
I saw 3 guys with jerry cans over there just walking.
And that's what we've seen. So, and I asked a policewoman, and she said, "It's your right. We try to talk you out of it because they want people to leave." But so conflicting news. But we're now 3 hours and 7 minutes, and you've seen what you've seen, and we haven't seen anyone get arrested.
And you know what? The police have been fantastic through the whole thing. When you talk to them, when you're with them one-on-one, they have been. But they have a job to do. They've got to create photo ops for their bosses and all of that. So this stuff happens. But we'll see if I get smashed at work tomorrow.
I hope not. But it was nice to
It
meet
was a
you.
pleasure to meet you. Keep it up. I
Thank
hope
you
to
very
see
much.
you again.
Thank you. Have a good one. How you doing? You mind being on the interwebs?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
You actually interviewed my mom almost.
Wait, who's your mom? What color was her jacket?
We thought she was 3 or 3
Oh yeah, fine. Oh my God, that was funny. That was Saturday when I started leading 3 strangers down an alleyway. Where are you from?
I'm from Bowmanville, but I live in Ottawa for the past 8 years.
All right, where do you live? Not the address, but like geographically, are you far from this?
Firewood Market, about 10-minute walk from where we stand.
Have you heard the horns at night in the early days?
No, I haven't. I haven't heard them at all. To be honest, like if I peek my head outside, maybe at like midday, I'll hear them, but you're not hearing them. And then I live 2 blocks away from the church. Shepherds of Good Hope. There's no way in hell that happened.
Oh, hold on. Shepherds of Good Hope. Explain what that is. I want to bring it closer and speak loud.
So it is a like homeless kind of facility. So basically they provide, I believe, food, shelter, water, all that stuff, other services for the homeless. And it was said that at the beginning of this, that the truckers had gone and stolen a shit ton of food from them.
Oh my God, that's the tweet that went viral. Okay, fine, yeah.
I have the hardest time believing that. I have seen barely any truckers in my area to begin with. So I have a hard time believing that. Also, I've never seen so many happy fed people in Ottawa since this happened. There's food at every single freaking corner for homeless people to have. It's not like the truckers are saying, no, you can't have any. It's whoever wants it, whether you're a supporter or not. Anyone who wants food can have food. So I find it really hard to believe that ever happened.
All right, fantastic, interesting, thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
All right. Sir, who says it? Oh, hey.
Oh, thank you so much.
We love what you do. Do you mind being on camera?
Not at all.
So where are you guys in from?
We live here in Ottawa. We are thrilled the truckers are here. It has been exciting. We fully support them. I know there's a small majority that do not, but there's a big minority who do support the truckers here.
Fantastic.
And the sense of patriotism over this past weekend and the first weekend has been extraordinary. Nothing we've ever experienced on Canada Day even approaches that.
It is amazing.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it's extraordinary.
Almost 1 million people that are having in the streets, even 2 million at a time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's every day. We're seniors.
We're here
and we
every
live
day.
here every day.
And geographically, like how far are you from?
15 minutes.
Okay, and have you heard people complaining about horns throughout the night, other than on the news?
No, because if you're before you get if you're at the Rideau Center, you're going to hear the horn.
Yeah.
But after that, you don't hear it. You don't hear it. You really don't. And part of the problem is you have a lot of politicians and their staffs who live in these condos and these apartments in this neighborhood, and of course they hear it all the time. So they're not happy. They're having their faces rubbed in the fact that there's a big country out there outside of Ottawa, because in Ottawa, the laptop class, the bureaucratic technocrats, seem to think that the public should answer to them instead of them answering to the public.
That's it. It's freedom is when the government fears the people. Tyranny is when the people fear the government.
Indeed. You know, so we've lived here for many, many years, and we know what this city's about, and we know what the mentality is. And under Trudeau, it has deepened and accelerated this mindset that the country should answer to us, you know?
Yeah.
And,
They vote for us.
you know, and this is their attitude here. So when you see a city councilor like Diane Deans raving with hysteria that this is madness, there's a nationwide insurrection going on, it's because nothing ever happens here. And now that something has happened here, they don't know how to cope with it.
Something's happened here. The politicians feel that they have lost control over their backyard because it's been and now they feel that they actually have to listen to and respect the will of the people.
Indeed,
as
yes,
not vice versa.
exactly.
That would scare me as a tyrannical politician.
Right. And right across the country, you see what's going on with the Alberta border. It's extraordinary. There are demonstrations right across the country in support of this.
The chat loves you, by the way.
Oh, great. But in Ottawa, the mentality, like Jim Watson, he's a unit. And he's not running again for public office, the mayor. So he doesn't care. And I'm sure that Trudeau's already offered him some kind of plum bonus for his state of emergency. I mean, does this look like Shanghai under siege by the Japanese here?
I've been critical where criticism is due of January 6th and that there was violence.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to even hockey riots after a game obviously have been worse than this.
Exactly. I mean, there's nothing. As I say, we live 15 minutes from here, and the only problems we've seen are with the homeless people and the drug addicts and the petty criminals that infest this neighborhood because the municipality does not want to do anything about them. And because of all this, the protest, they've taken advantage of it.
Well, and I'll tell you one thing. I haven't said this yet because I don't like judging cities for this. I've been to Ottawa. I like Ottawa. My only problem is this area, and people would not know it from looking at it. Typically, when I come, I don't walk here at night just because I don't feel safe. But I'm neurotic. I appreciate that.
Okay.
But there is a lot of homelessness, especially when you get past there.
Yeah.
Ottawa is a small town, but does have not an insignificant amount of crime.
Exactly.
And I got distracted by a beautiful dog. I'll get that dog later. And so I don't even go. What's the market? The market over there?
Oh, yes, the market.
So I never even go to the market at night when we do come here to stay. During the daytime, it's fine.
Yes, and night
But
there can be a problem.
there could, and now, I mean, I was here Friday night. Dude, I've never felt safer in Ottawa than at this protest.
No, this has been peaceful. People have been happy. As you heard shit that you've heard this over and over again, it's been a party time. And so the people who are complaining here, I don't know. We were talking to someone we know the other day, and he said, well, I don't like all the trucks that are here. He lives in the suburbs.
No, I don't.
He hasn't seen a truck.
And
he hasn't heard a truck.
The traffic, like I've driven in 5 times now. I drive in at what is typically rush hour traffic in the morning. I get to the spot where I park my car.
Yes.
I didn't see any traffic at all, and leaving. Not a minute.
No, but they say this is a city under siege. Does this look like Vienna under siege by the Ottoman Turks? Does it look like DMB and Phu under siege by the Viet Minh? Is this like Manila under siege by the Japanese? I mean, this.
Hey, dude.
I need a picture with you, brother.
Absolutely.
I'm from Montreal.
All right, give me 1 second.
This is the ridiculousness, the absurdity of some of the remarks they're making. The Ottawa Citizen, the front page the other day, city under siege.
No, it's and I was listening. I don't know who I was listening to, but I know that I clipped a portion of the audio of the Twitter group,
Okay.
and they literally referred to this, analogizing it to armed insurrection. They said that the truckers were defecating on the porches of BIPOC, which is Black Indigenous people of color. And I'm like, you guys, I've been here. First of all, even if it happened, and it may, who knows who did it? Because there's still other issues. It's still a city. Who knows? As if the truckers are running around shitting on people's property.
I know.
And I clipped it. I said, this is defamatory nonsense. And I've been here for 5 days. So
And the corruption of the media.
Are the homeless?
I saw one the other day.
The people
Down here at
who
Urban
don't
Outfitters,
tires?
had his pants down, relieved himself right in front of the door. And that's a homeless person.
Yep. Anyhow, that's it. And by the way, it's not like the city has made it any easier for people to find bathrooms because there are no porta potties.
That's what they're complaining now, including that rancid pumpkin Doug Ford, that the businesses are all closed and they're suffering. Yes, who closed them? The municipal government closed them. The Rideau Center will be doing a hell of a business today, but they're not doing anything because the mayor, our unit mayor, closed it. They even closed the public library, which is about 6 blocks from here. It's ridiculous.
To create the impression of fear. To create the
Yes,
impression of fear.
yes.
Like blocking off the war memorial.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's
Sir,
crazy.
it has been phenomenal. If I may have a hug.
Love your work. Love your
Thank you
work.
very much.
We watch your live streams and we love having seen you
Awesome.
on War Room.
Yeah, that's a first. That's a first.
So short, bro. Anyway, you make Montreal proud, bro.
Thank you very much.
Okay. We see. I can't see.